I'm in school, I work, I'm a mother of a 3-month-old. I have 5 beautiful children. I'm a wife to an amazing husband. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Barbara here again, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're an oldie but my goodie, thank you all so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I do appreciate you guys so very much. As you can already tell from the title, we're gonna be doing a video on leveling up. Yes, how to level up as a mom. You guys know I'm very passionate about being a mother, and I put in my all. When we talk about leveling up, what do we mean? Leveling up is like moving to the next level. I mean, for me personally, the way I see it is just making things comfortable, making motherhood enjoyable, balancing it up, having my mommy time. So I'm gonna state like some 5 points. The list can go on, and this can vary from person to person, but I'm just gonna give you guys like the top 5 that I use, that I follow, that has worked for me and that has been working for me. I'm still using it, and it makes me really enjoy motherhood as a person, because trust me, motherhood can be stressful. It's kind of a bittersweet thing. So when it comes to motherhood, you really have to find the balance, you know, because you trust me, you go crazy. So you really have to find that balance to keep yourself sane. Find yourself doing more than you can handle, and you just lose that joy of motherhood. You lose that joy of being a mother. We've seen situations like that. You go into the state of depression, and that you don't want to do. So I'm just gonna jump into it right now. Number one point for me that has worked and is working, that will always work, is inviting God in your home, inviting God in everything you do. Always invite the presence of God, because without God, trust me, I won't be here today, and I don't think you'll be there. And without God, you will not have that title to become a mom. If God has blessed you, you have to acknowledge the fact that it only came from God, and it's all by God's grace. So always invite God in your relationship, in your family, in everything you do. That's the success to everything. Even his word says that seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing shall be added unto thee. I can't even stress on this point a lot. You guys have seen me, you know, talk about it on my channel, because I'm a living testimony. You guys have no idea. I don't need to come here and just say every little thing that is happening in my life or that has happened in my life. But when I tell you, with God everything is possible, with God everything is possible. There's that level of peace that you can only attain when you have come to that point that you believe that everything is by God's grace, everything is by the will of God, everything comes from God. So you will find that eternal peace, that peace that we know life has its hurdles, it has its bumps, it has some crazy things going on. We live in a world, in a chaotic world. A lot happens in seconds, in minutes, in hours. A lot is going on. We've seen situations, and one thing you have to understand is everything happens for a reason, and we always have to watch our environment, learn from other people's situation, learn from people's mistakes. I didn't just get to this point. At one time I was at a point where I just believe life is all about me. It's me. Okay, God, okay, he's just there, but I can do it without him. Like, trust me, no. Sometimes we put other things before God. But guys, take it serious when I tell you, put God first, put God first, put God first, because no amount of vanity, no amount of friendship, no amount of family will give you that peace that you deserve, that you need, that you will go to bed and sleep like a baby, that you will go to bed and sleep with no worries. Yes, I understand you will have worries, but best believe you also come to that point of realization that you know that everything happens for a reason, and you have a father that is in control. Like, this whole world, entire world, no matter how big the world is, God has it in his palm like that. He controls everything. So my tip number one is to put God first, seek God first, and everything will fall in place. I can't stress on that enough. It is a very, very broad topic, but yeah, just pick what you can pick from there and keep it moving. Let's move to point number 2. Number 2, you have to be present in your children's lives. You have to be present. You have to be present in this day and time. We get so connected with technology, our gadgets, be it our computer, our phones. You be on a dining table and everybody is just on their phone browsing. You take kids to the park, you are not even present with them. It happens to me sometimes, but for the most part, I try to snap back, and I always remember kids life is once. They grow, they pass that stage, and you can't rewind it to live that childhood again. Because for me personally, when I sit back, I can sit back in just a plain scenario and I just smile, because my memory has taken me back to my childhood days. Like, I just remember something and I just smile over it. So I also want to take this time to just appreciate my parents for the childhood that I had, that they provided for me. You know, it means a lot to me even in my adulthood. So one thing is to be present in your kids' life. Have that movie time with your kids, talk to them, remember to always tell them you love them. And another thing, you are not too big to apologize. I remember growing up, our parents, okay, you guys can attest to this, our parents, they were like, they are not good on apology. No matter what, if they are wrong, or the child, no matter what, if the child is right, they are wrong, they're gonna find a way not to apologize. But I, for one, the way I raise my kids, you will find me apologizing even to my 3-month-old if I do something wrong. If I'm putting a bottle in his mouth and maybe the milk went too far and the milk came out too fast, or maybe it's too hot, I will apologize for that. I'm not too big for apology. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. So yeah, be present in your kids' life. Their childhood matters. Let me take this example. I, for one, I'm not that person. I'm not big on birthdays. I didn't really grow up having birthdays. But kids, you never know. Some kids are into birthdays like that. At least for a cake, I will not go all out for a birthday party like that for my children, but I try to like have a cake. And we have a big family. That's the beauty of a big family. I'll just get a cake and we just celebrate together. And it also rings a bell that it's a memory that is created. So I try to be involved in my kids' life. I try to be involved in whatever they do. If I'm picking them, involved in their schoolwork, you know, during the week if they're busy with school, have family time. I am their friend. I am a parent. I have a balance with that. You know, we can play because I'm a loud mommy. I'm loud like that, and I joke a lot when I'm happy, because for the most part I'm always happy because I have a father above that bestowed me with happiness. So I'm always happy, and you just find me around the house jumping, like playing, calling my kids' name, just telling them I love them, like just be in this playful mood. And I can be very strict too, because I'm not gonna spare the rod and spoil the child. I want to raise children that will be of value to the society. So I try to do my best, and I know I cannot do it alone. I have to always involve God. I will do my part and always trust God for the rest. And it's been working, because trust me, these kids, it's not easy. It's not easy. We cannot do it on our own. Husband, wife, parents, we cannot do it on our own. We have to always involve God, and I'm trying my best to always try to raise like godly children. You know, it's all written in the Bible, like how to train your child. And when you teach them that Bible way, who is that? When close the door. When you teach them that godly way, they can always refer back to the Bible and know that you did a great job, you did the right thing. And even his words say that train a child in a way that when they grow, they will not depart from it. So I try to always, like, because that's how I was raised. I remember, I always take it back to my memories. I remember growing up, devotion, Sunday school, choir, memory verse in church. Yes, we did all that. I'm so proud of who I am today as a person, and I really appreciate my parents for the job that they did. So I want to give my children that same thing. And I'm so grateful I have a mom. If you don't know my dad is of late, I have a mom that always constantly reminds us of how to take care of your children. Take care of your children. What I do now, trust me, is a reflection of all what my mom did to me. I mean, all what she did to me and even more. She is a very, very good mother. So I just count her as a blessed mom, and I want to emulate that because I saw that growing up. So I always try to be present in my kids' life. If it's taking them to the park, taking them to the mall, because learning without playing makes Jack a dull boy. It will make Jason a dull boy if only he is learning and not playing. So I always try to balance that with his iPad time, because kids can have some resentment towards their parents if you don't give them that balance, and you always have to make them understand why you are doing what you are doing. If you are doing something, why you are doing what you are doing. So you always have to do that. My kids have Jason is the oldest, so if I'm doing something wrong, Jason will tell me, like, he will remind me, you know, because kids nowadays, they are smart, you know, their IQ level is high up there, they are smart. So number 2 point, I know I've been all over the place, but number 2 point is be present in your children's life. Okay, now we've talked about the kids being present. This is another important point. Number 3, have your mommy time. Have your mommy time. When I say have your mommy time, it also, I'll just combine it with have time with your spouse, you know, maybe create a date night. For us right now, I mean, we don't have any help. We are a family of 7. We don't have any help right now, you guys. So I remember when my mom was here, I kind of created a time for hubby and I to have our outdoor time, but still being at home with the kids, I always try to balance it up. I always try to have time with my husband. We've created routines for the kids that, okay, bedtime, nap time, this is how it works. So we always have that room in between to have time for ourselves, you know, catch up on things, because life can get really busy. If we don't have time, if you don't create time in between those busy schedules, it's not gonna work, and you just lose track of, you know, why you are in this marriage, and you can just start creating resentment. Because when it starts getting boring, I can tell when it starts, my parenting, my motherhood, being a mom, being a wife, when it starts getting boring, I can tell. I remember the other day, I was just sitting, I was just like, because I'm not a homebody, I like being home, but I like to also go out, you know. My husband, he's not that type of person. He can stay indoors because I'm the one doing all the shopping and stuff, you know. He can stay indoors for months, he doesn't care, and he's that person too, he doesn't like to travel. But for me, no. So I was just sitting, I was like, it's boring, it's really getting boring. And I was just telling my husband, it's getting boring, I want to do something, I want to go out, you know, I want to just, you know. So he was like, oh, we came up with a plan, you know, what we're gonna be doing, and you guys will see that. So I'm just saying that to say, when it starts getting boring, I can tell. And another thing I always try to put myself in, that goes to, is just a highlight on point number 2. I always try to put myself in my kids' shoes. Always. What I will not do for them, I will not do for myself. What I like for myself, I like to give them that. Yeah, that's another thing. It's very important. Be it on the 1-day-old baby, I always try to make sure the kids are comfortable being where they sleep, what they eat, what they wear, what environment they live in. It's comfortable. I love to stay in a very clean space, and I try to give them that, and I teach them about cleanliness, you know. So far the girls have picked it up, but the boys, sometimes it's hard. What do you tell a girl child 2 times, you have to repeat it to that boy like 10 times. I mean, that's my case. I don't know if you guys can relate, girl, mom, parents, if you guys can relate to that. Yeah, but let me know in the comment section below. So another thing is having my me time, and part of my me time is me just sitting here having this comfortable space, filming a video. Yeah, that's just me coming here, beat my face, feel beautiful, do a little shopping. Yes. I need not say that, you guys already know. Us ladies, we love a little deep in depth of the shopping game. So yes, that makes me happy. If it's what makes me happy, I'm gonna go ahead, best believe I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah, because a happy mom, a happy wife will be a happy will be the best friend, the best wife to the other party. So I try to give myself that happiness. I try to balance things up. I try to do what I love. And this space right here, because we have kids, they love to put their prints on the wall. So I have this space right here that they do understand. I've made them to understand this is mommy's space. Mommy love to come in here, feel good, smile. Yeah, because you guys have messed up that place, and I'm not ready to paint it now. I'm gonna give it some time, wait till you guys a little grow up and I really understand it better, you know, because again, I love to be in a clean environment. So this is just my comfort zone. In my room, bathroom, I've also made them to understand, because if it's not the way I want it to be, trust me, up here it's not gonna function. I will not be very productive. I'll be grumbling. I'll be moving around the house, having a long face. And that's just me. That's just me. That's how it works with me. That's what happens to me, you know. We are humans. We have our ups and downs. So I'm just keeping it real right here. And they don't want to see me like that. So they always make sure mommy is happy, because I'm not a complicated person, but there are some things that I like to dot the T. I like to dot the I's and cut the T. So yeah, I'm making my family understand who I am as a person. And if it's a family that cares about you, they will try to like make you happy. So for my family is that, and they are very supportive in what I do. So me sitting here filming a video, the kids are downstairs, hubby is working, but at the same time he's looking after them. The little baby is sleeping. So that's when I talk about routines, you know, making sure they understand their routines. That just finished giving them their bath, and the weather is kind of gloomy. Daddy just finished giving them their bath, so I iron their clothes, put on their clothes, I breastfed the baby, put him to sleep. Now I have this time of mine that I can just do me and have some quiet time. They're also having their iPad time. So yeah, that all ties together about that all ties together of making everyone happy. Yes, my husband will tell you his own happiness. Let me just make sure whatever I do, if I'm doing my video, when it comes to having what he wants to have, let me make sure I give him his own time too. So that's making him happy. So we have to balance it up, you know. He lets me do what I'm doing, and when he wants to have his time, I know it's not easy, right? Being a mom, a busy mom, I've seen moms complain about this on YouTube, you know, their partner wanting to have it a lot, but try to do what we gotta do. So I try to give him his own time, and it's been working for us. I mean, so far so good. The marriage has been good so far, and I just bless God for everything. So the next, that's point number 3. I don't know if I'm really like, you guys are getting what I'm saying. Yeah, but that point number 4 is to be intentional. When I talk about intentionality, is like just putting quality in everything I do, whether being a mom, being a wife. I just want it to be the best of the best. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not. You guys have seen my growth on YouTube. You guys have seen that I started from somewhere, and I'm working my way up when it comes to like quality, when it comes to the type of content I deliver to you guys. I try to put in my best. You know, YouTube is just a safe space for me, and I've met wonderful people on YouTube. I've met great friends, great sisters on YouTube, and it's just a safe space for me. I have so much passion for YouTube. You know, when I started YouTube, I didn't come in for the money, but when I realized, oh, they're paying, I'm like, I love shopping. Why not? Whatever coin I'm getting from this, it can help me, you know, it can help my family, it can also help somebody out there. Yeah, so yeah, but I came in for the passion. I really love what I do. I love creating these memories for my family. So I love creating these memories. Sorry guys, I just finished filming a video and I'm realizing I don't have highlight on this side. I did a try on right here, so I forgot to put it on this side, but that's just by the way. Yeah, so it's been intentional, and also to set goals for yourself. I'm so happy, like with this 2021, I'm so happy because this is like that year that I've set goals for myself, you know, and this is mid-year and I'm near to accomplishing those goals. Like, one of my goals for this year was to get to 5k subscribers, and guys, can you believe we are at 6k plus? I just thank God for everything, and I thank God for you guys, you know, those that have subscribed to my channel. And another goals, you guys have seen that in my video, one of my videos I mentioned was potty training for the kids, the younger ones, and we got that to the T. So yes, they only wear diapers for the most part at night, and when you want to go out, you know, sometimes I'll just put diaper, but they are on it. I can't remember the last time we changed a poopy diaper. So that goal has been accomplished. And also setting goals for myself. I'm in school, you know, I'm that person, I just have that grace to multitask things, and I do them very, very well, you know. I do them very well. So I'm in school, I work, I'm a mother of a 3-month-old, I have 5 beautiful children, I'm a wife to an amazing husband. So, you know, all those things, they tie together. So I continuously set goals for myself. Guys, sorry guys, my battery died. I had to switch my battery. Ended, but I was just talking about intentionality. And another point I want to mention in enjoying and leveling up as a mom is knowing that you cannot be perfect in this motherhood thing. You cannot be perfect. You have to have a community. You have to have women that have similar values that you seek advice from. You guys communicate, a safe place that you can air your mind. So I'm proud to say, I mean, I'm so lucky I have wonderful sisters, you know. I'm so lucky I have wonderful sisters. It's a very, very safe place for me to communicate in whatever I'm going through. You know, I always say it on my channel, life is simple. We as people, we complicate it sometimes. So, you know, so know that you are not perfect. Know that you are bound to make mistakes, and avoid having any mom guilt. You know, you cannot be perfect, you cannot do it all by yourself. Yeah, realize that one thing, you have to know that you do not know it, or you can't be perfect in it. And an example in that is like when I had my daughters, I was involved in their hair, doing their hair, involved in doing their hair. I was doing it, taking all the mom tasks. You know, I wanted to be involved, I wanted to do everything by myself. But right now, as I'm telling you, it was a lot on my plate. So I finally got someone that does their hair and reduce things on my plate, you know. And another thing, for my oldest son, he has tutoring classes, you know, because we have other things going on. We cannot do it all by ourselves. So we get to involve other people in their lives when it comes to their education and hair, stuff like that. Because trust me, I cannot do it on my own, and I get advice from other people. Yeah, because when you have a child, that child is your child when it's in your tummy. But when that child comes out, the child is being raised by the village, so everybody is involved, you know. And you just have to pray for that spirit on discernment, what kind of advice you take, and you know, from other people. But when it comes to like cooking, cleaning, I love to cook, I love to clean, I love to stay organized, you know. I just love to do those things by myself because I enjoy, those are things that I really enjoy doing it. So yeah, those are things that I really enjoy doing it. But when it comes to the walls, like I said, we have prints on the walls. I mean, I cannot come and kill myself for that. I cannot come and be scrubbing the wall because the kids are messing up the wall. They are gonna do it again. They are kids, they're gonna leave that moment of being a kid. So yeah, that I don't worry. I don't see it that way, that the house have to be perfect, the walls have to be perfect. Like I said, this is a safe space for me. The walls are still clean. I remember somebody asked me in my video, how do you keep your walls clean? I was like, girl, this is just a safe space for me, that the walls are still very clean. So yeah, take life simple, don't take it too serious. And another thing I do in leveling up as a mom is to meal prep. I meal prep. I don't cook every day. I don't cook every day because I don't have time for that. I have other things that I have to do. So I probably find a day. I use like 2 days in a week to cook, you know, except for when other things, I mean, I might crave some little things and then I might just go ahead and cook it. But for the most part, I try to meal prep. so I don't find myself in the kitchen cooking. That way I can have those time for myself, I can have time for the kids, I can have time for my husband, I can have time to go shop, I can have time for other things, you know. So yes, meal prepping is another great point that as moms you have to do. You have to have a mentor in your life. For me, it's my mother. I've already mentioned that it's my mom. You know, anything I do right now is like I emulate that from, and those are things that I learned from her. I learned growing up. I saw her doing those things with us, and I try to do them with my kids, involving them with God, involving them with chores, involving them with studies, involving them with prayer, just godly, raising a godly child, you know. I saw all those things from my mom, taking care of my home and taking care of my spouse, taking care of my kids. I learned that from my mom. One thing my mom, she will pull your ear. Respect your husband, respect your husband. Yeah, so that's one thing. She'll always talk and give you examples, like, you know. Yeah, so that's one thing I learned from my mom. My mom is just my biggest mentor. So find that mentor, that person that you look up to, you know. I mean, forget about social media, forget about looking up to a random stranger. You don't know nothing about their life, you know. Look up to somebody that you know, somebody that you trust, somebody that whatever that person tells you, you know that is coming from a good place. And for me, it's my mother, my siblings, you know. We are there for each other. We were raised up really closely, so my mother taught us, you know, to be there for one another. Be your sister's keeper, be your brother's keeper. So yeah, we are really close like that. So I look up to them. We get advice from each other, we correct each other when one person goes wrong. So that has really helped, you know, because I'm not gonna take things that are happening in my marriage or in my family and just go talk to a total stranger. You really have to trust that person. I'm not saying it's anything wrong meeting somebody on the internet that you trust. You really have to trust that person. You really have to pray about it before opening up to somebody you just met on the internet. So that's what I'm saying. But number one is just to focus more on someone that you know, someone that you really trust. Before, if you don't have that person around you, then you can, then, you know, because I mean, we meet good people. I've met wonderful people on the internet. I've met sisters on the internet. So yeah, those are people I trust. But for me, I have my mom, I have my siblings that, I mean, I can open up to. And one thing, this is another very big one, and it's gonna be kind of my last point, is know that in this journey of motherhood is a bittersweet thing. Oh, it's a bittersweet thing. There are days that my kids will be so loving, so sweet, gives me the best compliment, tell me, mommy, you are the best. And there are other days that they have this resilient feeling, like, you know, Jason will tell me sometimes, oh, other moms don't do that, moms are not supposed to do this. And sometimes they can be so annoying. You guys have seen that. Sometimes they'll be so annoying. I enjoy motherhood, but sometimes I love my space, I love my quiet time. And those kids, they don't know that, you know, they don't want to give you that quiet time. So it can be annoying. It's a bittersweet thing. So that's why you have to find that balance in between, to like just know how to work on it, how to play around it, and also teaching them as they grow, you know, that this is it. But no matter how big they are, they can still give you headache, or they can still give you headache. But above all, children are blessing, you know. They give you so much joy. It's just a blessing from God. So yeah, but one thing you should know, it's bittersweet. You can ask every parent about that. They will tell you it's a bittersweet thing, you know. It's not all roses. To forget about what you see, it's not all roses. There are times that I cringe honestly, I'm keeping it very real. There are times that, you know, go overboard with your discipline, you go overboard with it, you know, things that the camera don't show you. Of course, you don't want to put that on the internet. That's not what you want to show for people to emulate. But it gets to that point. It gets to that point where you just like that reflex point, you know, you just want to, but you hold yourself and think about it like, okay, this is just a journey. Motherhood is a school that we learn as we go, you know, we learn from our mistakes, because I've made mistakes in the past in my parenting, you know, and sometimes my son will correct me on those mistakes. So yeah, I'm not too big to be corrected. So yeah, that is, and with all those said, like bittersweet, you have to also understand that your kids, they are different, they have different personalities. You don't expect A to act like B and B to act like A. You have to learn their personalities as a mom. You have to pay attention. That's when it goes back to being present in your child's life. You know, if A is acting this way, don't force B to act the same way. They are all different. They are all different. Just like pregnancy, every pregnancy for me was very different. So yeah, I understand they have their strengths, they have their weaknesses, so I just work with them and play around it. So yeah, and above all, I love all my children. I love them so very much. Yeah, and I thank God for this blessing. So this has brought us to the end of this video. So if you have anything that you want to add, please do that in the comment section below. Add whatever it is in the comment section. We are here. It's a safe place to learn from each other. I'll be there looking forward to your comment. Want to see what you add to it, what's your parenting style, what you do to level up as a mom, what you do to make motherhood enjoyable for you, because we have to enjoy this beauty. We have to enjoy this blessing that God has blessed us with. It shouldn't be endured, it should be enjoyed. So yes guys, that's it for this video. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. That will mean so much to me. I love and appreciate you guys so very much. And you can share the video with your friends, your family. Just give them something to educate and entertain themselves. I mean, that will mean so much to me. I love and appreciate you guys. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.